G'day guys and welcome back to Jeans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So Gohan Celebration we'll call it has dropped, and with that we go back to the old school Ultimate Clash. Nothing special about this one, just a rotation of the unit types of the opponents. So let's jump right on in. As per usual, plenty of rewards to get from this mission, doing these. Certainly worth it. While it is pretty slow to get the sorry, just looking for the low class warriors. There it is. While it is pretty slow to get the battlefield memories, it is worth it. Oob, the Cooler, the Freezer, and King Cold, they're all really useful units. So as per usual, I always start off with a low class Saiyans team. I just do this because it really frees up a couple of your better units towards the end of the event, because these early stages are very much beatable with the free-to-play units like the Ginyu Force or this Team Bardock team. So as newer players, if you've sort of jumped in the Ultimate Clash and you haven't been able to beat the event, I do recommend grinding up those teams. And even if they're the first two levels are the only ones you can beat, it is worth doing so, because you're going to build up those the battlefield memory points nice and early on, and that's going to allow you to purchase the LRs and just make your teams that little bit better. So obviously, these are really easy to get. They're available once a week, and then their orbs are available on the weekend. So yeah, definitely get them done. And even if you're not a new player, they're worth having to save what you consider your top tier units for the harder stages later on. So I don't bring the Ginyu Force, but that's just because I've got enough units to make a mono type team. So we'll just quickly bust through this, and then we'll be able to move on to the next opponent, the King Piccolo. So as per usual, the meta for this Ultimate Clash is always to bring mono type teams after these first two levels. I am just going to use a mono type team for the second level. That's just because I like to bust through it really quickly. So he's tech, so we'll fire up. We'll just quickly get rid of that, and we'll go with an extreme int. We'll just chuck in something like that. Maybe we'll get rid of Bojack and we'll chuck on 18, because she's an orb changer. Orb changers are very useful in this event because you're not going to have a crazy amount of links together. Wow, that's devastating. Because Rose gets more attack per key that he receives. So had we been able to fire off his 20, well, it probably wouldn't have been a 24 key, but we probably would have been able to get off probably would have been close to an 18 key. So we would have done a ton of damage. We probably would have gone close to one turning Piccolo here. But yeah, we'll just knock him over with that next. There's my Rose is only 55%, so that's that hidden potential firing off for us there. Let's see, so Cooler's been clobbered with the seal here. That's all that this King Piccolo does, is seals one of your unit's attack. So he's not going to give you a great deal of trouble if you are using those free-to-play units. But as you can see here, if you're not using free-to-play units, you're going to bust through him really quickly. So that's level 1 done and dusted. Was going to film this video a bit earlier, but I don't know, just got sidetracked doing other things. I did complete it the 3 times while I was watching streams when the Gohan banner dropped. I do like to do these types of events pretty much straight away. Just enjoy having the Dragon Stones in my pocket, I guess. So got in here with an extreme AGL team. Should have reversed my Buikalo back to being a TUR. I think I reversed him to put a dupe into him. So that's the reason he's like this. Disappointing to miss out on the super with Broly there, actually. I thought we were getting enough ki there. But this Goten clearly takes a lot of damage. His thing is, I think, is just his normal super, I think. I don't think he does anything special. Yeah. So we'll go like this, because we're going to lower that attack with the AGL baby, or the LR baby, whatever you want to call him. So he's really good against hybrid Saiyans. It gets his passive active, and we got off the big 18 ki super as well. So he'll go a long way in finishing off Goten, I'd say. Yep, 3.4 million. And then we get to see that revamped Vegeta attack here. So, look, this is really cool. I'm not going to deny that. But I think it would have been a lot cooler if they had done the 18 ki instead. Obviously, the final explosion is such an iconic moment for us Dragon Ball Z fans. But, yeah, I guess we've got to take what we can get. So, Fizz opponent here. We'll just go in with, I don't know, something like that. And we'll bust through Pycon pretty easily as well. Fizz is strong category, so you could certainly come in with 2 Super Fizz teams. I just elect to go with the... so we've got 2 links. We've got... which way do we want to go? I guess we'll go like this. This. Yeah. Go like that. And just because we're not getting off his super, we may as well give the attacks to the free-to-play Goku Black. If you've used him before, you'll know that he gets ki per attack that he takes. So by having him in that slot, getting those 3 or 4 hits, I think it was 3 or 4, he's gonna get a lot of ki off that. So could have put him in that first slot, and we would have gone very close to getting him off a super, but unfortunately wasn't to be. Guess we'll go like that into that, and look, I'm not too worried about Janemba getting off his super, but we may as well fire it off while we're here. Now again, with this Margin Vegeta, he's a very good unit to bring into your extreme strong teams, because he's going to heal and he's going to orb change, and as I've said before, orb changes are so useful in the Ultimate Clash, because your links aren't going to be lining up too well because we're all using mono type teams. So the links is definitely an unreliable way of getting ki. So by having an orb changer in here, you really minimize the risk of not getting off super attacks. And that goes the same with units like that Goku Black, who give themselves ki from getting hit. Any unit that's self-sufficient like that is awesome to bring into the battlefield. And that's the other thing with Battlefield, is it provides such a good platform to show off so many units at once. We can go through one video and you'll be able to show off all but 80 units, I'd dare say. So Bubbledy's int, his ability is that he seals all supers. So you want to have a unit that can that can counter or has an active skill to counteract that. It doesn't really matter who we bring, that'll do. So the main thing here is having that Vegito Blue here for his counters. We've got him in that first go, awesome, so that's perfect. We'll just chuck him like there, and it doesn't matter what units you're getting your ki to, because as I said before, he does seal all of our units' super attacks. So by having a unit like this Vegito Blue, not only is he getting off multiple attacks, but those counters. Other good units are units with active skills, like the Super Saiyan 4s are really good. Yeah, anything that fires off an active skill like that is going to all but one-shot him, because what you are worried about with this one is that you're going to run out of the turns available. So if you don't have units that counter, you want to have units that are getting off multiple attacks. So there's level 2 done and dusted, 44 seconds, nice and quick. And we move on to level 3. So guess we'll go, since we've already got Fizz up, we'll go for Turles. And we'll take it off super, pick up the extreme, go something along those lines. Fizz Goku Black's really good for these extreme type teams. He does supply that +3 key. So let's see what we got here. We didn't get much in the way of... what we did get though, we didn't get much in the way of Fizz Orbs for RNG, but we did get a lot of Int Orbs there. And so what that does for us is when Broly gets over his 7 key spheres, he's got a 100% guaranteed dodge. So it would have been nice if all these attacks that Goku Black was taking were on the second slot so that Broly would dodge everything, but it just shows why he's such a versatile unit. Using him in Super Battle Road is perfect if you can get those key spheres. Look at that. It can be the difference between, dying, obviously, but then also using an item early on in the event. So looking forward to this cooler, getting his EZA as well. God knows when it will come to global. I'm not even going to guess as to when that's going to be, but I am certainly looking forward to it, because pair him up with that transforming cooler. They've got, I'm pretty sure it is every one of their links are active, so they're just going to be such good partners. They already are, but just imagining that this Fizz cooler is going to be so much better. Hopefully they really do something nice with his EZA. The trick with this Turle is he has the ability to get off multiple supers. So if you have a unit that is able to lower attack like we've done, so we've dropped the Turle's attack like 3 times now. So those supers aren't going to do a great deal of damage to us. And then having a unit like Cell there as well that's able to heal for us just makes doing this Turle so easy. Deborah, if you've watched my Margin Boo showcases, he's another really good unit. Just from his ability to stack his defense, and then he's also going to present the opportunity to stun as well. So certainly it's a unit that I bring in whenever, nearly almost every chance I can. He's good for a multitude of events. But there we go again, lowering that attack and defense with the Goku Black Super. Hopefully we'll rainbow him. I don't seem to pull that Fizz Goku Black too often, but it's definitely an underrated unit, especially on Global where we've got that +3 key support passive. JP don't have that, which is really strange to have units with different abilities on either side of the game. But we certainly won't complain about that, because that's just so it's just so beneficial to us. So we'll take on Topo. We'll go in with a super int team. We'll go do something like that. That Hercule is also really good to have in the ultimate battlefield. He just provides you with a dodging and tank option. So definitely recommend jumping on him if you've got him. But just from having that security of being able to put a unit in and know that you're either going to take no damage because he's going to dodge, or his damage reduction is going to essentially make it nothing because you're going to get hit for that little. It's really beneficial. It just gives you that sense of security. So Trio obviously don't have any good linking partners there, so that's not ideal for them. Let's just see, what do we got? 4 there, a couple more there. So fire off that into that, and then we'll get those those int orbs, on that right hand side ready to go. So we got more. We got the 6+ int orbs there. So Goku's passive is active. Would love to see him transform It's a nostalgic moment for all us Dragon Ball Z fans. When Goku first goes Super Saiyan 3, it's definitely one of the best transformations that Dragon Ball Z ever saw. So that Vegeta raises his defense on his Super. I think it is for 6 turns after his EZA, so he's a really good unit. We got the dodging here of GOKU. We got off the 18 key there. Getting off another Super there with the in Vegeta, and we line up those strong orbs ready to go for the next rotation. So Super in is honestly a pretty strong typing. Got a lot of good top tier units in this, like these first 2 LRs that we've had here, Goku and the Vegeta, are both really good. The Super Vegeta in the last slot, he'll be really good after his EZA. Mine is only SA6, but otherwise I could rainbow him if I I will get around to it eventually. God knows when his EZA is going to be on global, so yeah, I don't know. You could certainly wait to get that done, but he's a really good unit, and he's really good for these mono type teams, so I should get that done sooner rather than later. But Togbo has got a lot of health, as you can see, so that takes a bit of a while to get through him. He certainly doesn't do anything special. As you can see, we're taking his hits really well. That's just the free-to-play Goku dropping down. So if I had brought Hercule, we could have activated that unit super attack, which would have been cool. But not the most important thing in the world to activate. So let's see, Goku's dodging is awesome. Remembering we got the 18 key off with him last rotation he was around, so he gets that greatly raised defense, attack and defense for 3 turns, and then you're also getting off that 12 key, so that greatly raises it for 1 more turn. So if you're able to get off his supers, his defense stacks up really well for those 2 rotations that you do have it up. And there we go. There's Topo, done and dusted. Let's see who we want to move on to next. So Super AGL is such a crazy strong category, so we'll use that to knock over Fat Boo. As you'll see, I've got leftovers from all of these teams. I'm just too lazy to go through and make sure that I only have the exact amount of mono teams needed. If we go like that, we're going to get rid of all those candies. Quite do like having that, I think. And then we'll leave those rainbow orbs for next rotation. Super Saiyan Goku movie heroes, he's going to take a bit of damage, but he also dishes out a lot of damage, and he has that sealing ability as well. I didn't get off the 18 key. Probably should have spent more time on that, but then we've got this guy, the AGL Gogeta. If you've watched any of my other videos, I certainly rave on about him. He's a very good unit. Especially, I've got him rainbowed, so chucked a sticker on him. And his sticker effect's really cool, actually. If you haven't seen that, jump onto YouTube and search up that, because yeah, it's really cool. So we might go like that. Not a real crash hot rotation for these guys, if I'm honest. The advantage here is that the heal for Boo is in that final slot, so I'd say we'll finish him before he gets that off. This Gohan's crazy, as I say in every video. There you go. That's why he's crazy. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more that needs to be said about that. So now we'll go super strong. What do we want to do? We'll go that into that. All of those. I enjoy using Beerus because you get that +4 key. Just as easy to help get off those supers. And I do run Whis as well, so we're able to, let's just have a look at that. That's 3 versus 2. Whis is really good with those god units, we'll call them, like the Beeruses and the I don't know, Champa, all them, you know what I mean? Those Realm of God units get a really good buff from Whis. So my Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is rainbowed. A lot of his links are up, so he was always going to do a great deal of damage for us there. Really like this Bardock and Gine unit. I reckon their super attack is really clean, that one. I wish the other Bardock, the transforming Bardock, had a much nicer super attack. I obviously know that that super attack is from that little movie that he is in, but yeah, I just think that's really cool, that Bardock. So we'll take that, and then that doesn't really matter because all we need is one of these supers from either the Goku and Vegeta or the Blue Fusion Vegeta to hit, and there we go. So that's GG's. Dispo's thing is that he dodges, so I guess it does come down to RNG with him as to how quick you're going to get it done, but he doesn't have a great deal of health, and he also doesn't do a great deal of damage to you either, so he's not the one to worry about. It's this big boy. Jiren can certainly cause some havoc to you, so we'll go with that. Take the 100%. And you'll say, why am I bringing in 2 Khalifas to this event? And the answer is because, yeah, we'll go like that. In her passive, she has a guaranteed dodge against all pure Saiyans and Universal Survival Saga enemies. So, on a turn like this, she's going to get off that 100% guaranteed dodge. Disappointing to take Gohan off rotation because he's going to be greatly stacking, so that would have been awesome to keep him in. But see, on this rotation, we're going to take the only damage we're going to take is from that last slot. Dodge the super, that saves us what, 100 and probably 130 odd K damage. This Jiren does hit hard, so by having units that are guaranteed dodge, you're just putting yourself 10 steps ahead already. So let's see what we've got. We might go like this just because we want that chance to dodge in the 3rd slot. I know a lot of people don't like taking their blue fusions off rotation like I've just done, but the ability to have that chance to dodge is a real game changer. They work so well in that 3rd slot. So here we go, we're getting off multiple supers here, which means this Goku is raising his defense while also lowering Jiren's attack, and that attack lowering is really handy in this event. Oh, not in this event, but in this stage, because as I was saying before, Jiren is a big banger. He can deal lots of damage, but thankfully we can also deal a lot of damage, especially with this Vegito. Hopefully get off multiple supers. I'm certainly keeping my fingers crossed here. Give me one. There we go. So a lot of people would say before his transformation he's not going to be crazy useful, but here, there you go. That's why he's so useful. An awesome floater. If only they weren't so good that you didn't want to float them, it'd be handy. But we'll go like that. We're not worried about getting off that super. It's the big one from Vegeta that we like, and we may as well get one off of Trunks. So again, 100% dodge is activated here. So we're going to take no damage from Caulifla, sorry. And no super to her, so that means Vegeta will be the one supered, but we did get him a large amount of orbs, and this will be his 2nd time stacking, so I don't know, no super from Jiren this turn. Is that 2 turns in a row of no supers? That's interesting. Can he be sealed? He can't be stunned. No, he can't be sealed. Interesting. But alas, we'll continue. We'll have Gohan stay on rotation, obviously, because he's greatly stacking for us. Lined up a really nice bunch of strong orbs. And that's the thing, Gohan in that 1st slot, he gets attacked first, and that activates his passive. So his attack gets, well, just raises, obviously. So always handy to put him in that first slot to get him hit before he fires off his super. So this will be interesting. We've got 3 stacks off and multiple attack lowerings, 82k. So yeah, we'll take that. This JIREN can certainly hit upwards of 150k easy. So I can imagine he does give a lot of people a great deal of trouble. It's just you got to play him right, I guess, is the way to go about it. You got to get off those attack lowerings and have units that are going to dodge for you. But poor old JIREN will be adios this rotation. We may as well leave Vegito in that first slot. Massive 24 key super. It's not going to matter what we do for the rest of the rotation because he's going to come through and destroy the JIREN. So we'll just watch this happen. Might even be this blow. Nah, there we go. So second super, and these multiple supers are why this Vegito and same with the Gogeta are such good units. But there we go, guys. There's the run through of the Ultimate Clash. I know a lot of people do these videos, but I just feel you get a different type of outlook on it from me because I'm not a crazy whale like everyone else that does these videos. I don't have every single unit rainbowed. So hopefully you find it useful. You can pick and copy a couple of the teams that I was able to use to smash through the event. As you can see, we've got we've got a third of our units still available. So we really powered through it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did and you want to keep up with all the new content that I'll be pumping out, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.